What's up? I have discovered a way to film my vlogs without using um, my hands. I have a phone charger, a phone holder for my car in my office. I haven't used it for my car ever. It's $5, maybe $10 at Walmart, and I've been using it to Skype people so it can hold my phone and plug in the charger easily on the bottom. And I just thought, oh my gosh, if I'm going to vlog, I can hold my phone on the charger and then I can get real close and get real personal and back up and be really cool and avoid the glare in the light over here. But I wanted to talk to you real quick about Black Panther. I went and saw it last night. It's Wednesday, so I'm recording my vlog like 2 days early because I'm excited. I watched Black Panther. Black Panther was good. I wanted to get my thoughts out there because I've been talking with a couple people who have seen it and who haven't seen it. And the way I've responded to it has apparently been different than everybody else that they've heard about. In fact, my roommate Mason came up to me last night after we'd both gone and see it, and I said, it was good. I mean, it's not my favorite Marvel film, but here are the reasons why it wasn't as great as some other people might have thought. And he's like, wow, you're the first person I've heard to give a negative review of it. And I'm like, well, it wasn't holistically negative, just not spectacular. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd put it about 6 to 7, 6.5 or so. It was good. Do not get me wrong. It was a good film. The music, wonderful. Like scale of 1 to 10, 8 or 9, easy. The acting was also superb, like solid 8 out of 10, I would say. Again, this is all my opinion. Also, spoiler warning, because I'm going to talk about some nitty gritty stuff, some plot specific details that influenced my opinion of it. And so, amazing music, acting was really good. The writing and the cinematography are the other two things I'm going to talk about. The cinematography was okay. It's about what I expected from Marvel. I'd give it 4 out of 10. There are some action scenes where there were just lots of cuts, and it was really a little difficult to follow some things. There are other really good fight scenes where it flowed fairly smoothly. A lot of the one-on-one fights with Killmonger and Black Panther, and any one-on-one fight involving them was really easy to follow. But like when Black Panther was jumping around taking down all the guys at the beginning to save Nakia, that was a little difficult to follow. There were a couple scenes where it's just like he's standing, he does a kick, and then this other guy goes flying, and I don't know why or how, but whatever. Movie physics. But pretty expectable cinematography. The writing, though, is what got me. There were some really good points. There were some really great laughs. There was Ulysses' line about making it rain after he blew up the machine, the money machine in the casino. There was the sister's remark, her reference to the "what are those" meme, referencing Black Panther's shoes. There was Umboka, the leader of the 5th tribe, being funny with Everett Ross saying, "If you talk again, I'll feed you to my children." Just kidding, we're vegetarians. And then everyone else is just like, how do I respond to that? Those were some good moments, but there were some things that I thought fell short. First and foremost, the beginning scene in California with T'Chaka and his brother Ndoku, something like that. I might be butchering these names, but I apologize. But when that scene was taking place, like they set up this conflict, like, all right, come back to Wakanda and face your punishment, face your crimes. And then you cut away to them leaving, and that scene's not resolved. Immediate red flag for me was like, something happened there that's going to come back up later. Plus, they shifted from the apartment to the kids. That's going to come up later. So as soon as Killmonger started running around, I was like, hold on. Big red flag. Young black man running around, wanting revenge, running to get to Wakanda. There's something missing from that scene, making the reveal at the end very weak. They could have easily shown the rest of that scene in the apartment with T'Chaka killing his brother, and then leave, and then that's the end of that. And then you think that scene's resolved, and then later you realize Undoku had a son. So that could have been done a little bit better. The Deus Ex Machina of the 5th tribe showing up at the end after saying they wouldn't show up, totally called that as soon as it happened. All the fights were very predictable. Like, oh, obviously, T'Challa's going to win this first challenge against his throne. Obviously, he's going to lose against Killmonger, get thrown off the cliff. His mother and sister are going to flee with Nakia, and they're going to find him and bring him back, and they're going to fight, and they're going to win. Not a surprise at all. But I did appreciate the fights between Killmonger and Black Panther, because the first match on the waterfall, they were evenly matched. They both got some good shots in, and it just happened that Killmonger's shots crippled him, like they cut muscles open and stopped him from moving. Obviously, he lost, and then when he came back like 20 minutes later in the film and fought him again and won, it made sense because they were evenly matched the first time. Whereas, for example, in Thor Ragnarok, if when Hela just decimates Loki and Thor, if they'd come back at the end and just decimated her, or even pulled off a win, really, that's too short of a time frame for that to realistically happen. But in Black Panther, they did that really well, where they were evenly matched to begin with, and it was just a lucky shot or two or three that sealed Black Panther's fate, and then the reverse happened to Killmonger at the end. I'm trying to think of some of the things that I had issue with, but just the idea that his friend, the leader, the dude with the rhinos, I can't remember his name at all, that just the drop of a hat, because he failed to bring back Ulysses, he's going to turn against him. And the whole fact that the entirety of the nation, or at least the leaders, were totally okay with just an outsider coming in, even though he had royal blood. Like, I guess that's cool, but he's never been around, and he just shows up and says, "I want the throne," and they're like, "All right, let's give him the throne." Gosh, the other girl named the general, her turnaround at the end was easily predictable. I think it would have been a little bit more interesting if she'd actually gone through with her commitment to Wakanda and the throne, as opposed to her personal commitment to T'Challa, and then like have that conflict last a little bit longer, because there was no real conflict. Like, she spoke up a time or two, and she was like, "Nope, okay, I'm totally not with this guy." But also, probably the biggest thing that pulled me out of this film and pulled me away from enjoying it: how in the world do you mine vibranium? How do you mine a mineral that is literally impervious to any physical damage? Not addressed. Or also, what is vibranium? What does it do? It's just really cool metal that can somehow power our mech and somehow gives us superhumanly advanced technology. I've been really kicking on this guy named Brandon Sanderson. He's a fiction author, and he writes like fantasy stuff, and he has these laws of magic being anything that's not like normal. So magic being like any like super advanced technology, actual magic, the bending in Avatar: The Last Airbender, anything that's not like just a human body physically doing something. The first law of magic is that an author's ability to resolve conflicts with the magic depends upon the audience's understanding of the magic. I don't understand how how vibranium works. I don't understand how they can mine it, how it can power their technology, how it suddenly gives them super advanced technology in general, because it's just a really hard metal that you cannot break. How do you pull off pieces of it? How do you forge it into shields and spears? How do you sew it into your clothes? None of that is addressed, even with Everett there to be like, "Okay, I'm an outsider, explain this to me." They don't even drop a single like sentence. And I think that's what pulled me out of the films as much as more than anything else, is that we're in this supernatural world, and you have a chance to explain how this thing works. Vibranium's been around since the very beginning of Avengers, because it's in Captain America, the first Avenger, but they don't explain it at all. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just something that just didn't sit well with me. And so, like, the credits were rolling, I was like, I liked this film, but I didn't love it. It maybe cracked the top 5 Avengers films for me. I don't actually know what the top 5 would be. I know 3 of them, but that's neither here nor there. But all in all, Black Panther was good. Wasn't fantastic, didn't blow my mind. It was good. It was good. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.